A very good evening and welcome to Prime TV News, coming to you live and direct from the Prime TV studios with me, Abrar Abid. Now, before we go into our stories in detail, let's take a look at our headlines. Rumi Mohammed arrested in connection with the controversial White Van press conference. 64 persons arrested for allegedly having links with the National Tawheed Jamaat organization were remanded further. 4 Air Force personnel killed in an accident. Sajid Premadasa promises support nation building. Delhi reels from coldest day in more than a century. In our lead story, former chairman of the State Pharmaceutical Corporation, Rumi Mohammed, has been arrested by the CID in connections with the controversial White Van press conference. The arrest was made after he surrendered to the CID this morning. He was remanded till the 6th of
The Colombo
next month.
Magistrates Court yesterday granted bail to MP Rajitha Senaratne, who was arrested over the incident. The controversial White Van press conference was held during the last presidential election. The 2 suspects who expressed misleading views at the press conference have already been remanded. The suspects had confessed that the former chairman of the State Pharmaceutical Corporation, Rumi Mohammed, had promised them to pay 2 million rupees. He has also been accused of giving false evidence regarding the White Van press conference. As a result, the Colombo Chief Magistrates Court yesterday banned the suspect from travelling abroad. Rumi Mohammed is also a former secretary to Rajitha Senaratne. The Criminal Investigations Department stated that he was arrested on the instructions of the Attorney General and will be produced before courts after interrogation. Former Minister Rajitha Senaratne, who was arrested in connection with the White Van media briefing, was granted bail by the Colombo Chief Magistrates Court yesterday. The MP was ordered to impose travel ban on Rajitha Senaratne and submit his passport to the court. He was also ordered to give a statement to the CID immediately upon leaving the hospital. Rajitha Senaratne is still receiving treatment at a private hospital in Narahempita.
In more local news, 4 Air Force personnel have been killed in an accident.
The victims were 4 soldiers attached to the Air Force base Ratmalana. The Air Force personnel were killed in the accident in the Dumaldiniya area in Varakapula this morning. The 3-wheeler they were travelling in collided with a container truck. The accident occurred when they were returning from Matale by a 3-wheeler after attending a funeral. The container truck was heading to Polonnaruwa from Colombo. Air Force soldiers who died in the accident are residents of Kahatagas Digilia, Galgamur, Ampara and Kosgama areas. They are aged between 28 and 40 years. The driver of the container has been arrested by the police.
MP Sajid Premadasa says he will unite with all the good initiatives of the government in the nation-building program.
Sajid Premadasa was speaking at a meeting in Ratmalana. The meeting was held to thank the people of Ratmalana who supported him during the presidential election. Sajid Premadasa also added that in the caliber of leader of opposition to be appointed, he would be fully committed to ensure a better life to the working people. Parliamentarian Hirunika Premachandra said that certain factions of the UNP are driven by narrow personnel agendas. She mentioned that those people are indifferent to the success or the failure of the party, as their selfish schemes would be implemented by hook or crook. Hirunika Premachandra highlighted that unless such shrewd politicians are sidelined by the people in the immediate future, there is no brighter future for the party.
Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavindra Silva has been appointed as the new acting Chief of Defence Staff. In addition to the post of Army Commander, he has been appointed to the new position. Admiral Ravindra Vijay Gunaratne tenure as a Chief of Defence Staff expires today. In more news at home, Minister Bandula Gunawardena states that a cabinet paper will be submitted in the next few weeks to establish an institute to offer degrees on printing. Minister Bandula Gunawardena made an inspection tour at the government printing press. The minister, in his visit, had discussions with employees of different sections of the government printing press. The minister also held discussions with the head of the institution regarding the functioning of the governmental printing press. Minister Bandula Gunawardena said that the darkest period of the government press had been the few years under the Yahapalana regime. Noting that 5 different ministers and government printers had been appointed In the last few years, Bandula Gunawardena highlighted that each of those ministers were focused solely on personal gains. Minister Bandula Gunawardena said in the next 100 days, an university college for the printing industry will be established based on the government press. In more news at home, Minister Bandula Gunawardena states that all those who qualify for the universities in the GCE A-level examination will be given higher education opportunities.
ජාතික විශ්වවිද්‍යාල පද්ධතිය තුළ තිබෙන භෞතික සම්පත් හා මානව
The minister said that the Ministry of Higher Education has already made several plans to implement the initiative. He also said that number of students to be enrolled to the universities this year will be raised by 25%. He added that measures have been taken to use human and physical resources of the universities efficiently to accommodate more undergraduates. Minister Gunawardena stated that higher education institutes that offer diplomas and higher diplomas will be acquired to the Ministry of Higher Education and will be turned to degree awarding institutes. The government aims to set up chartered universities in the near future, and the cabinet approval in this connection has been sought. The minister also said that 300 university colleges will also be established. Several firearms and firearm accessories were found under the Ranwala Bridge in Kosgoda. 2 sniper rifles, T-56 rifles, 6 magazines and 12-bore firearms were found. These were discovered by the STF's Organised Crime Prevention Unit. They are believed to have been thrown into the river when a search operation was conducted in the aftermath of the Easter Sunday terrorist attacks in the country. Weapons and ammunition were found in the bottom of the bridge in fertilizer bags. Meanwhile, a special operations unit has been set up to control the activities of organised crime gangs from Avisavella to Vellampitiya. The unit has been set up due to the fact that the people in the area have been intimidated and acquire their land blocks at low prices. Vani District SLFP MP Kadar Mastan's vehicle convoy has been attacked by thugs. The attack had taken place while returning from the Ulukkulama area in Vaunia. A security guard who had tried to block the attackers had been injured. A group of people with swords and clubs had blocked the road and carried out the attack on the convoy. The injured security guard was admitted to the Vaunia hospital. Kadar Mastan said that the police had arrived at the scene and the mob fled. Steps have been taken to introduce the systems to stop the fuel waste at SLTB bus depots. The plan will be implemented as an eco-friendly project. A special discussion was held in this regard under the patronage of Minister Mahinda Amaravira. The Sri Lanka Transport Board operates around 5,400 buses daily. The SLTB management has identified that there is a difference in the amount of fuel being burned when the same bus is being driven by different drivers. It is being implemented as an eco-friendly project. The project is to be implemented in the 107 depots owned by the SLTB. In more news at home, a suspect was arrested in Vaunia with heroin worth 10 million rupees. A search operation conducted by the army and the police in the Settikulam area in Vaunia uncovered 1 kilogram of heroin. The police said that the suspect was carrying the drugs in a private bus. 5 persons, including 2 Japanese women, were seriously injured in an accident in the Min area, Rajaala area on the Batticaloa-Colombo main road. The accident occurred when a van and a small lorry collided head-on. The injured have been admitted to the Polonnaruwa General Hospital. In more news at home, there has been a decrease in fire accidents in this festive season. Dr. Samitha Siritunga of the Colombo National Hospital stated that the decrease was due to awareness campaigns. He said this at a press conference held at the Health Education Bureau. Dr. Samitha Siritunga said that 79,787 persons were admitted by the accident ward this year. 32,172 victims were referred to further treatment. 106 persons lost their lives due to accidents. Dr. Samitha Siritunga also highlighted that 11,542 persons were admitted to the accident ward following road accidents. 497 persons had received treatments for injuries caused in fights and clashes. 104 persons sustained burn injuries. Noting that it is a positive remark that the accidents associated with the fireworks have receded this year, Dr. Samitha Siritunga
And that is all the news for this year. Do join us again tomorrow for the very latest. For the Prime TV News team, I'm Abrar Abid, wishing you a very happy and prosperous new year. Take care.